You know what Dan told me? I can't curse on camera, but he said,
you can curse if you need to.
Right? He said, don't F it up.
Ooh.
I was like, oh, pressure.
Dang.
But I had to sit with that. And every single time that I feel like, oh my gosh, like I go back to that statement that Dan said. And he said, do not F it up. Your moment is right now. You are in a prime spot with prime opportunities with people who are coming to you for whatever they need. Don't F it up. Yeah. Don't.
I need to make a shirt. Don't F it up.
Don't F it up. Oh, no, don't. I'm gonna take it.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, no, you make it because yours fired up. So don't F it up. You get it? You can do that. If you have any needs, call your mom first, okay?
Cool.
But then if she don't help, then you can come to us, okay? To the AI Hub.
Cool. Thank you for having me. This is a beautiful space.
Come on in.
I can't wait to see more. Let's get a quick tour. Ooh, okay.
Come on in.
Man,
Welcome home.
It's so spacious in here. Yeah. And the light is beautiful.
Thank you.
Where we at though?
Okay, so right now we have just passed half of our apparel hub.
Okay.
And we are in our lounge space right now. So if you can see here, my co-founder James Spike.
What's up, James?
Yeah.
I see you working. I see you getting the work done, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is a beautiful you got here. You got all the paintings on the wall. Mm-hmm. Give us more info.
Yeah, so right now James is working on our high-powered PCs and Wacom tablets. Great for illustrators, animators, designers.
Okay.
Any type of editing you can think of. This is our awesome lounge space.
Nice.
People love to come here and fall asleep.
I would.
And then of course the awesome things about our space is we have like standing desks over here.
Okay.
We have our whiteboard tables. This is everybody's favorite right here.
And by the way, I do like this right here. It reminds me of high school, but more techie.
More techie. You can plug in and you can stay for hours.
Man, this is dope.
You can stay for hours. We provide free Wi-Fi too, so you can just chill out, get some coffee, and hang out for hours. Just have a good time.
Where we at right now?
Okay, so right now this is the other half of our apparel hub and our digital design lab. So we do provide virtual reality kits. Or not virtual reality kits, but Oculus headsets so that you can dive into this other dimension of fun. And we have some people who have actually gone in here and actually designed and paint stuff. It was really awesome, really fun.
Wow.
We have our screen printing wheel. We have our heat press here, our Cricut cutter. We also have a hat press. This is one of the projects we're working on for a basketball team out in Virginia. Pretty cool.
Nice.
But we stay busy here, and we even have a flash dryer. So if you have ink, you want to screen print your shirt, go ahead and take it to the flash dryer and you have it done in seconds. Okay. It's really cool.
Question is.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, good people? Welcome to Student Entrepreneur, a talk show that highlights up-and-coming local legends and founders who dare to take a test on their vision, even odds attack against them. And as usual, I'm your host, Zeke Wanganga, and man, you know, I bring you the dopest guests in KC, the dopest entrepreneurs, the most famous entrepreneurs, people who are doing major things. And today, bro, I went in, and you're gonna be excited for who I have on the show today. But as I always say, hey, subscribe, share, let people know that we're right here. You know, KC, we make happen, bring entrepreneurship. Let's get fired about entrepreneurship in Kansas City. I'm talking too much. Let's get into it. My guest today is an entrepreneur. She is dedicated to helping local artists, providing them with resources and opportunities to help them be successful in Kansas City. Please help me make welcome the one and only, the co-founder of AI Hub, Taylor Burris. How you doing, Taylor?
I'm doing fantastic.
Welcome to the show.
I feel like I need like an applause going on.
I'm gonna put that. Yeah.
Not for me, for you.
Oh,
for you.
That has to be for you.
That was good.
Thank you. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm here.
Yeah. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I'm glad you're here.
I'm gonna say this. This is probably the most exciting podcast that I've been looking forward to.
Yeah, okay.
So I am glad.
I'm humbled.
Yeah, I'm glad to
I'm
be
humbled.
here.
I mean, I've been here. So this is an interesting thing. I've heard about Air Hub so much, like everywhere I go. Here in Keystone, friends who walk by are like, hey, have you met Air Hub? I'm like, I gotta meet you guys. And then I went to the streetcar office.
Oh.
And that was a confirmation. I'm like,
yeah, they ride for us hard.
I went to get my passes. They're like, have you heard about Air Hub? Like, you know what? This is like the 4th time today.
Yeah.
I think I should.
That means something.
Yeah, it means
we
something.
gotta connect.
And then I met you at Keystone here, and then you gave me a card. I'm like, it's about time to bring you on the show.
Yeah.
And see what's
Because
happening.
you were doing the lights. You were working with the lights. Oh, yeah, I remember that. So I'm so glad we connected.
I'm very particular about the lights. I'm very particular about the lights.
Yeah.
You always see me tweaking the lights.
But that's why I came to you. Because you paid attention to details.
I tried to.
Yeah, you paid attention, and I care. I always look at the people who are behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, you guys, those are the people who are putting in the work and that care about certain things.
Exactly.
They care about how the vision comes to life. They care about the details, the artistry, and the crafts. You take pride in what you do, even if it's just the lights.
Thank you. Those lights are important.
Yeah.
I need some lights. So
yeah, you need some lights.
It's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
But get people on the know, man. Who is Taylor Burris? Give them a about you and what you do, man.
Woo, that's a long story.
Yeah,
but
make it short.
Make it short. Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Taylor Burris. I am the co-founder of the AI Hub. We have an art incubator that cares about connecting artists, resources, and paid opportunities to bring you and your passions to the next level. So when I really started in my career, I started in journalism.
Okay.
I did international journalism, print, photography, and I loved it. But for me, I was using all these resources and using YouTube University to figure it out.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I feel that.
I then transitioned into entertainment, journalism, and then I went to radio, and I was working with highlighted artists like Mulatto, Spice, T.C. Carson.
Wow, okay.
And had a lot of fun. Yeah. But I still felt that people were approaching me and saying, like, how do I do what you do? How did I get to where you are? How do I get to work with XYZ? And I said, okay, there's a disconnect happening, because something as simple as a DM got me on movie sets and got me to do productions and films and film screenings. So where's the disconnect happening? Yeah. And my partner James and I, we realized that we can make this easier. We can make these entry points easier for people who want to be in the positions where we want to be and more.
Yes.
So we said, why not create a one-stop shop that provides you with fully equipped hubs, opportunities, and resources, paid opportunities. I want to stress that enough.
Paid opportunities.
Get paid. So that you can bring yourself to the next level. So that's really how the AI Hub came about.
Yes.
Moved here because I had a baby, and it was a high-risk pregnancy, but she is fantastic.
Yes.
She's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm loving the Midwest.
Well, I am glad that you guys are in Kansas City, because especially what you just said, there's a gap in that industry.
Yeah.
Especially a lot of artists in KC who are struggling.
Yes.
That don't have that hub to go to.
Yeah.
To know who can even hire me. How can I step up my game? How can I be able to price better? Where should I be at for my stuff to be seen? How should I prove myself? You guys do all that, like, those opportunities.
Yeah. And it's crazy because a lot of people think like there's a magic formula. But honestly, the first step is asking for help. So we have many artists and creatives that just come to us and say, well, how do I even make a website, or how do I even get the opportunity to showcase myself in a gallery?
Yeah.
And it's just that ask that can make all the difference. And if I can't help you, we always provide resources and connections so you can get to what you need to get done.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it's so important. But even down to, we just care. People keep thinking, you guys are a nonprofit, right? I'm just like, no, we just care a lot, and we want to see everybody succeed.
Yes.
And I don't think it's fair when you have these barriers of finances, barriers of you don't have accessible transportation, you don't have your own spot. Like, that is a barrier that if we work together, we can eliminate for each other. If I succeed, we all gonna succeed. We're gonna make it happen, whatever way that we can. And so we're helping bands, individual artists, photographers, videographers, animators, even children. Like, we tutor children on Saturdays about how to write their own stories and how to animate them, and doing the step-by-steps, because creativity and artistry and passions and entrepreneurship, there is no age limit.
True.
And that's what we're learning more and more every single day.
True. I mean, y'all doing God's work.
Yeah,
that's whole roster of things you guys do to help artists in the city. Let's take it all the way back.
Oh gosh. Okay. How far back are we going?
Let's take it all the way back.
Okay.
Who is Taylor? Like, who was Taylor before? Actually, before we go that back, I want to ask, so you did journalism internationally. Where did you go?
I went to Morocco.
Wow, okay.
I spent some time in Peru before that, actually, in Lima, Peru.
Peru.
Okay. But yes, I was in Morocco studying the kafala system and the abandoned children there, and working with SOS Village and reporting Morocco to kind of highlight how these children are just being put back in the system. I don't want to dive too deep into it, because the biggest reason why I had to step away from investigative journalism is because I was too emotionally attached. In all the years that I had of training and reporting and covering stories, the biggest thing is you cannot get attached and you cannot get too involved. And even studying down the power of imagery, and that's really how I got into photography. The power of capturing a story in one picture can make the whole world change. You never know who's going to see it and who it will impact and what change can happen just through a visual. But when I left Morocco, I was just like, I cannot separate myself from these atrocities. Like I cannot act. You know what I mean? So I had to step away. And then I thought, ooh, let's go into entertainment. Let's have some fun. And listen, that's a whole other ballpark within itself. That's a whole other type of work that goes into that and dedication. And I was in Atlanta. And in Atlanta,
that's a big entertainment city.
Huge entertainment industry there. And people don't realize that the connections. People always say this, no, who is it? It's who you know. It's who you know. I really had to understand that concept. It is who you know. So a lot of the doors and opportunities that were open to me when I was there and even transitioning here were just being a good person, first of all, and having a certain work ethic that you became known for. It wasn't because, oh, like if I'm pretty or if I wear this outfit. No, it was down to work ethic. And that really opened so many doors. And the reputation became that Taylor knows how to do good work and she'll get it done on time. Big thing is on time. And she will show up, I guarantee you. So many doors were opened up to me. I was even on the original set of like Honk for Jesus. I have not seen the movie. I have not seen the movie. But I was on the original set and it was shot in Atlanta. And it was so interesting that this short film was brought to life on such a large scale, which is fantastic. And you have all these celebrities in the movie. I'm not sure of how the interpretation came out. Like I said, I haven't seen the movie yet, but just so many opportunities just happen in Atlanta. But we really want to emphasize that these opportunities can happen in Kansas and Missouri too. There's no reason why we can't be just as big as that. Like, no, this is the new hub. This is the it place to be. And we are so talented here. It's crazy how talented people are. So this is the hub.
Well, we'll get to that because I feel like, especially with us, the young generation, we are kind of like that mouthpiece of like, saying, hey, this is where you want to be at because it's an untapped market. And you want to be able to, and the truth is, a lot of people don't want to be in that grind of the untapped market because you guys are doing 20 things because that's what you have to do to build a market.
You have to.
That is successful. And a lot of people don't want, that's why we don't have it, because people have analyzed like, hey, it's going to be a lot of work to do this.
It's a lot of work.
Let's just go somewhere that's already built and work with that. So what you guys are doing is very, very important.
Thank you.
And it's a lot of work. You guys are doing everything, consistently growing. And I'm happy that the city is actually supporting and you guys got a lot of projects. That's good.
Make me do a happy dance.
Let's take it all the way back now.
Yes, okay.
Who was Taylor?
You keep asking me this question like, oh my gosh.
Who was Taylor in high school? That's what I want.
In high school, oh my goodness. Whew, I thought I was the SHIT, okay? So shout out to my best friend, Gabby. She carried me along the way. So when I was in high school, I did tennis. I was a dancer. That's where I really started seriously taking dance serious at that point. Because I had done dance since I was like 5 years old.
What kind of dance was talking?
I started with tap dance. Went into jazz, modern. But then after that, when I transitioned to college, it was more of like modern and hip hop. I was also a part of the liturgical dance group. So I graduated from Spelman College. And I was a part of their liturgical dance group called Movements of Praise. So I was literally doing every type of dance you can think of. Like when you ask a dancer, what kind of dance do you do? You're a dancer, sometimes you're just really good and fluid. You can adapt to different styles and really study the different ways to move your body. And at the end of the day, I just love moving my body. Love moving.
When did that, why did I stop? What did you?
Oh, everyone keeps asking me that. So interesting enough, we came back from Atlanta not too long ago because one of our friends, our dear friends, asked me to dance in her wedding, which I ended up doing, and I was so nervous about it because I'm like, I haven't danced in a long time. Years. And you want me to do this? I don't know if I'm as limber as I used to be. But I think this is an excuse, and I'm going to say it's an excuse. My biggest barrier Was having a baby.
Yeah.
That's my excuse that I give.
I'm not saying you should go back to dancing.
I do need to go back to dancing.
Yeah.
I feel it in my spirit. Like, I have to move my body. Even if I'm not a part of a group or anything, like, I love movement.
Yeah,
I love...
It's a whole cardio thing.
It's a whole cardio, and it's just, like, makes you... It's a stress reliever for me.
True.
And I love it. My daughter, Rose, she's 2 years old. She recently started dancing. So it's not, like, anything serious, but she'll, like, see me dancing and having fun in the kitchen. She'll be like, ooh. It's like, yeah, let's do it. This is our moment. Yeah, like, we're going to bond over this. We're bonding right now. But I love dancing. I miss dancing. The real reason why I stopped, I think it was more of an emotional barrier of who am I now once I graduated from college? Like, who am I? Like, what type of person am I? When I graduated from college, I didn't have a job. And that was so shocking to, like, everybody that I knew. Because as much as I was doing... my heart just didn't feel right. It's just like, this is great, and this is great, and this is awesome, but something doesn't feel right. I'm not doing what I'm here supposed to be doing. I'm not operating in my purpose yet.
Yeah.
With all the talents that I have, I was able to really realize that I come from a background of serving. And if I'm going to serve my people, I'm going to do it in the way that fuels me and also is actually making an impact in the community.
Wow.
I left Atlanta. I actually came here and stayed with my mom. I think I was here for like a week because my mom recently had moved here.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no, I gotta go. And I packed up everything. I got in my car. She's like, no, don't leave me. I was like, no, I have to get there. Something is waiting for me there in order for me to return here.
Yeah.
I packed up my stuff and I went back to Atlanta and I immediately started working for a local art, beauty, and fashion magazine there. And that's when I was doing that, and I got back into radio, and I just had to grind it out because I'm like, I may not be happy doing this. This may not be my purpose quite yet, but at least I'm getting the tools that I need to know in order for me to do this for myself and bring it to other people. I need to know how these things work. So yeah.
I don't want to go to church on you, but TD Jake said something. He was like, the thing you're doing that might not be the thing, but it might be the thing that leads to the thing that you're gonna do.
Exactly.
But so whatever you're doing, do it well.
Yeah.
Because you might need those things in the future.
Exactly. And this in what we're doing right now with the AI Hub, this is when I tell you this is only the beginning. Like we have great visions for the impact that we can make through what we're doing right now. Yes, it seems significant and it is significant, but there is an even greater purpose for us. I'm not really sure what that looks like or feels like, but it's bigger than this one moment. You know what I mean? So I'm excited.
Did you know I was a dancer too?
Okay, no, tell me about your dance. What are we dancing? Are we going to do like a dance battle right now? What are we going to do?
I actually used to do dance battles back in the day.
Oh.
I'm kind of like...
With the leather jacket?
I didn't have this.
I wish I did that.
I wish I didn't have this back then. I would have been the...
You would have been fired.
Yeah, I would have been number one dancer in Nigeria.
You would have been fired up.
Shoot, I would have been fired up before fired up was a thing. But it's like an old person folktale. But I used to like break dance, and I thought I was a SHIT.
Okay, were you spinning on your head?
No, I didn't get that far.
Okay.
I was always concerned about my neck.
Yeah,
I had a friend who did that, but I was like, "Yo, you gotta watch out."
You do that. That's good for you.
I'll stand here and do the dancing part.
Yeah.
So I used to do like dance battles. Like we just be like on the street, like this guy can dance, and we'll go for like a whole hour.
I love that.
Just dancing. But that was that was a whole thing. But I had to stop.
You come out sweating, drenched. Like, ooh, that was good. That was great. Good. Let's do it again.
So let's fast forward. So before the AI Hub,
yes,
you were working as doing journalism.
Yep.
And then you figured out there was like a missing piece.
Yes.
What were the steps you took to be able to figure out how we would even start this? How do we even solve this problem? What is the problem?
So I'm gonna jump in timeline.
Yes.
So I did this program with NNPA in Chevrolet. And it was one of the first times they did the program called Discover the Unexpected. And they would send us at the time, they would send you to one state and you would work with a publication and help them advance whatever they're doing and add and enrich and learn and grow.
Okay.
With a magazine that had been there for years, I was in North Carolina, seeing those pain points of you have a problem and the solution was not happy. It was missed only because the advancements of modern technology. I don't know the last time I've seen a person my age pick up a newspaper. I don't even know if they still deliver newspapers to people's doors.
Yeah.
So it's these businesses that were loved and respected are like dying. And I couldn't understand that. And then on top of that, when COVID hit, it was like, okay, businesses that have been here 20, 30, 40, 50 years now have to close down.
Yes.
And I said, so why are hundreds of businesses starting during this time, and then even more businesses are failing during this time? Mm-hmm. And I said, what can we provide, and what can we add, and what can we educate people on, so that during this time you have a various streams of income, so that you can thrive. It may not be as much money as you're making, but you still have the opportunity to thrive. So acknowledging that all of these businesses, all of these entrepreneurs, and those who even have passion projects, we're facing the same problems. Biggest always being financially, but on top of that, the resources. Yes. And resources meaning the actual tools, but also the educational aspect of things, and how to properly run your business inside and out, down to the accounting, down to everything. Yes. The other thing was the location. You may not be able to operate in your physical space, but maybe you can do a pop-up. Or maybe you can go to someone else's studio and run your business out of someone else's studio. What will make it work for you? Yeah. And then, accessibility, affordability, and opportunity. The other thing is, people are so talented, but how do I build my portfolio so that I can get contracts and people do want to pay me? And the first thing that I used to do was like, can I just do this for free for you and show you what I got, what I have, and how talented I am? And then the next time you're going to pay me. Like, I need to understand my worth and how much time it goes into building these blocks, but other people don't even know that first step. So really providing these opportunities to say, okay, I will eliminate your nerves. I will make the first approach, because we have our agency, Iris Creative Projects Agency, ran out of the AI Hub. I'll make the first approach for you. But when I come to you with this project, you better be ready. You ain't gonna have me looking crazy out here in these streets. No, I am trusting you with this project. I need to make sure and trust that it's going to be implemented to the fullest extent. So whether you need to come in and do a training, whether you need to provide me with a proposal and your prices, whatever it is, we wanna make sure that you're prepared, so that when you do leave us and you do wanna start your own thing, that you know the ins and outs, that what it takes to get a project done and at the fullest extent.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I'm liking this setup.
Welcome.
I'm liking this setup right here.
Okay, welcome to our content creation hub. So right here, we mainly use it for photo shoots, music videos, and podcasting space for the visual effects. Okay. In all of our hubs, we try to provide fully equipped everything. Yeah. So from the lights, the props, the camera, the tripods, anything that you can think of, we really wanted to have easy access points. Yes. And if you don't know how to use it, that's fine. I'll teach you how.
Yeah, and also people can pay for membership and use this, or do hourly.
Yep, you could do hourly, $60 an hour for a photography studio, only because we have to make sure we have the colors you want. Okay. The camera is available, the lights are good to go. And then this is actually a part of our lounge space, so if you just want to come in and hang out, you can't necessarily use the studio, but you can just have a good time.
What else we got? Show us more.
One thing. So if you aren't quite sold or can't afford the studio hours and all that stuff, we do have free open studio days on Saturdays. Okay. So people in the community, if you're not quite committed to a membership or you can't afford the hourly rental rate, you can come in, use all the stuff for free, but it is on a first come, first served basis. Okay. So you have to make sure you get here on time. Saturdays, 10 to 3. Yeah. Okay, let's go downstairs. Sweet. But welcome to the sound recording studio.
It already sounds great in here.
Yeah.
It's so much quality.
It's really awesome. So we've done streetcar recordings down here. Okay. People can make music, sing a song, collab together, do voiceovers, but this is the spot to be. So on our open studio days, this is like the most popular area that we have. People just like, oh my gosh, can I please get in here? But this is like really dope spot, and it's cozy.
It is really cozy, and it got you know the mics in here. The sound is I can feel it. It's very.
And the awesome part too is we provide all this system software. Yes. So if you come in here and record, you can go ahead and put it on the computer, and you can edit the stuff right there and mix and master it and export it.
Right in here.
Right in here.
When being in this industry and seeing artists and helping them, what are like the most the major things you see that is missing in terms of like what they lack or what they struggle with as artists most times?
Proper communication.
Yeah.
That can get deep. Proper communication, even down to my biggest thing is grammar. and I know I'm being nitpicky on this, but when you're sending an email,
yes,
just read it. It could be 2 sentences and someone get it wrong and be like, oh, why? But that type of thing can stop a Fortune 500 company from using your services. Like, and people don't understand, it's the small details. Yes. Like, you sent me an email and then you didn't tell me like what time you're available for a meeting. Like, it's like, yeah, let's meet. Okay, so but where? What time? When are you available? But even in communication could be in person and, like I said, online. So when you come in person, I need you to come with me with, I need you to be ready to answer my questions. Yes. So if you're saying to me, hey, I have a proposal for this. Okay, show me your proposal. Show me your portfolio. Show me what you've got. We've been helping a model really build up her portfolio because she keeps going to these agencies and they keep rejecting her. And I said, well, when you came to me, you were late. You didn't know what outfits you were going to wear. You didn't have your makeup ready. And these small things that make a huge difference. Yes. So really helping people understand the time and the professionalism that it takes to get in the door. It's hard. It's really, really hard. But those small steps make the biggest difference in the world. It makes a huge difference. And easily you can get $1,000 contract minimum by just responding to an email. True. By just picking up the phone and following up with somebody, by saying, hey, it was a pleasure meeting you. Let's meet up again this time, and I'll take you to coffee this time, and we'll discuss how I can help you. Because a lot of the time, too, we're always asking for something, but we're not realizing that we also need to give of ourselves. If you're in a community that you're always asking, people aren't going to want to work with you. Like, you have to be able to give. Even if you don't have money, what can you give? A lot of the times I have students come to us and say, hey, I only have $5, but I know your membership is $60. What can I do for you? And I'm like, okay, well, you're good with a camera. The next show that I have, be my videographer and log your hours. And when you log your hours, come back to me and say, hey, I've worked this many hours. I can now do my event for this many hours. So it's really even learning the value of an exchange of services. So, you know, don't always be, it's scary, but just make the first approach and come correct.
I think what I am hearing is the difference between an artist and a business owner. Yep. And realizing that you are a business.
You're a business.
And not just an artist.
Yes.
Because the way you show up at different themes depends how much you get paid.
Exactly.
Or how serious you're taken. And that differentiates you from other artists. You know, the reason why the Picasso and all these other people are, you know, you see their paintings in the museums and stuff, it's not because Picasso is alive, it's because the people who manage those things are taking the thing to the next level of professionalism. You know? So it's like, that's very important. Like emails, being professional, showing up on time, right? Being able to speak in a way that they know that you are a business. And this is not just like, you are not a street side artist.
We're gonna bring, and then I'm so glad you said that, because when James and I came up with the AI Hub, that was at the forefront. This is where art and creativity meets business. Yes. Because at the end of the day, you can make all the art, you can make 100 pieces, but you may not make a single sale because you don't know the proper steps to make that sale. You know what I mean? So really trying to help you operate as a creative business, as one that has turning a passion into an actual viable business that can grow and scale. So we found that really, really important.
So in those services that you offer to artists, what are some of the things, the essentials that you do first, you know, to get them started? You know.
Yeah. So the first thing we do is a consultation. Okay. And we don't say yes to everybody. And not to say that we close our doors completely, but if we don't feel like you're completely ready or committed, we do recommend you somewhere else, or we give you a list of what needs to happen first. So through our consultation, we'll ask you what your vision, your projections, your goals, who you are, because at the end of the day, you are a walking billboard for your business. I just did a whole Blaze talking about brand identity and being earnest and honest and having true integrity with your brand. But at the end of the day, when people see me, they don't see Taylor. They see, oh, you're the AI Hub. Yes. And vice versa. When you go to the AI Hub, like, oh, is Taylor and James here? So you're a walking billboard. So we've it's so important that we understand who you are first and then understand what you want your brand to be and making sure you know the difference. And then after that, we go through the basic things like, do you have a business email? Do you have a website or a portfolio? Is the language that you're using actually connected to your target audience? Are you actually solving a problem that people have? There's so many painters in the world, but what makes you unique? Or is someone going to see your art and be like, oh my gosh, that's the one piece that I always wish I had, but I never knew I had it. You're still solving someone's problem because now they want that in their business, in their office, or in their home. So it really is important to understand the stepping stones. And mind you, you don't have to have $100, $300, $500 to do these things. A lot of the time, it's as simple as, let me pull up on Canva real quick and do a stylescape on figure out what I like, what I don't like, what colors work for me. Yes. That can be, let me do Adobe portfolio. Let me do an Adobe portfolio. So a lot of people think if I don't have a certain amount of money, I can't do these basic steps. I'm like, no, that is not true. There is literally no excuse with all the opportunities and resources we have in the world why you cannot start doing better now. I don't know what your better looks like, but you can start doing better now. And then being consistent. If you're a model, just going back to the model example, and you come to me with dreadlocks, and I love your look because of your locks, and then the next time I see you, your hair's gone. A lot of the time, people don't realize that X's out of opportunity for you because your brand in my head was you had locks.
Dreadlocks, yeah.
And that's why I wanted you, but now you don't have locks. So it's hard for people to like understand that, and it sucks to say, but people want consistency, especially these bigger brands. They want, if I'm curating your art and I want every single piece in my in my building to be consistent, don't have everything red and yellow and you come with me at green. I don't want it anymore. You know what I mean?
Yes.
People love consistency.
Yeah.
Their brains work on consistency. I don't know what it is. I don't know the logic behind it, but it's hard for people to understand sometimes. It's really hard. Yeah.
How did you get to the skills that you have? How were you able to improve yourself to become such, a classic business person or like a very educated? What did you do to get to this point?
Listen, working 5 jobs all the time. I know I don't know everything. I wake up knowing I don't know everything. But I found it very important to be in the rooms with people who did know something of what I didn't know. So I would always, people used to say, you always working. Yes, I was always working. Even college, I wasn't making money. I was doing free labor, but I had to get in the doors and take advantage of the opportunities while I had them. I don't like missing out on opportunities. And in every situation that I was in, I ended up in a leadership role because someone else would drop the ball. So that means I'm learning on the fly. So whether that's sending out a newsletter, whether that's organizing a whole set of people to be at a certain time and doing your timetables and making sure you're here and here, that could be from planning a whole music video. Yeah. I ain't done that. What do I know at the time about doing a music video? But the videographer didn't show up. So now I got to do it. And that's okay because I'm going to make it look good. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to make it look good.
Wow.
Even events that I would do at City Hall, did not expect to be in certain positions. 3 different people didn't show up to run a whole production. But that's okay. I'm going to step in. I'm going to Google it on my phone real quick. We're going to figure this out, make it happen. So I would always have like 5 or 6 jobs that I was doing and I wouldn't sleep. I don't recommend that, but I was fueled. I was really, really fueled. And I knew I had to take this moment to soak up as much knowledge and as much failure, as much success that I could, so that I can avoid a lot of pitfalls that these businesses and entrepreneurs were having. I want to know right now while it's your business and you fail and I'll help you build it back up. But I want to avoid that. So when I do my business, I don't fail as hard as you failed. I know I'm going to fail sometimes. I know I'm going to make mistakes, but I know that it'll be easier to pick myself back up because I know how to navigate and pivot and figure out what I did wrong in order to improve.
To improve it better.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Yeah. So I was always working. Let me tell you this. When I met James, my partner, he was the one who taught me how to slow down and to have fun. He taught me how to slow down and have fun. We would party. We were having a good time. And I was like, dang, this what I was missing in college? Oh my God.
You were busy working on the skills.
I was busy. And I didn't even realize it until my friends kept saying, like, you know, hang out, let's do this, like chill out with me. I'm like, I gotta be at work in 5 minutes. What are you talking about? Like, and I would do heavy work. Like, I was setting up tents, lifting equipment, throwing stuff over my bag, even down to getting people coffee. Oof. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Can you give me some coffee? I just went to sleep, but I'm gonna do it. Like, people don't realize that those little things people pay attention to. I didn't want to do it, but I chose to do it. And it paid off because now I understand the labor and the time and the effort that it takes to do it by myself for my own business. I'm the cleaning lady, the photographer, the designer, it's everything. And you have to realize that those stepping stones build character and builds value in your business. So you understand the value and the time that it takes to produce beautiful things.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So you are all-rounded.
I don't know about that, but I've had a lot of experience.
Yes, because it's like you know the stuff so that way you can teach someone else. Because if you don't know, how are you going to teach someone else how to do that? So, and I want to, so let's go towards the business side of things, right? Running the Air Hub and starting in KC. Was that easy to start an Air Hub in KC, or what was that like?
No, it was not easy. And we had a whole plan written out. We were actually going to start as pop-ups. We were going like, let's just pull up here and do a tent and see how people are receiving it. And let's just do an interactive, cool thing. And people didn't understand the vision. Let me say this. A lot of people are like, oh, that's really, really cool, but I don't get it. Like, why would you do that? In my head, I'm thinking, why not? So we did not expect to grow as fast as we did, but even have the opportunities and the doors open that were open for us to be in the space that we are in. We are in an incredible location right in the middle of the river market, right across from like 2 streetcar lines. So that goes back to our problems that we're solving was the accessibility, was the location, and having the opportunity to have all of these hubs in one centralized location. So it all, writing that plan out, it just like spoke it into existence. And doors kept opening and opportunities kept happening. I don't even remember the original question. Well, I don't even remember what I was talking about.
No, you are right on line. My question is, was it easy to be able to get people to buy into the Air Hub, like starting in Kansas City? Was that easy for you? Was that like, what was that like? How did you pivot,
We were speaking to an audience that did not know us, and we didn't know them. We were taking tactics that worked for us in Atlanta and bringing it to the Midwest. That makes no sense. But at the time, we were like, yeah, we'll do this, we'll do it. That didn't make sense. We had our very first event. People don't know us because we hushed it. Very first event, we did radio, we did billboards, we did social media, PPC ads. Nobody showed up.
Whoa.
Not a single person showed up. And I was like, what? How much money is that spent to make?
Wow.
Nobody showed up. And we had to reevaluate. And I said, we don't know who we're talking to. At the end of the day, people are meeting us through social media, but people do business with people. Why don't we get out of our space and meet people? Like, how do we expect people to trust us and become a source for them to come to if they don't even know us? So we instantly pivoted and we got to the streets. We started popping up places, asking people, what do you want to see? Like, what are you missing the most out of your creative ventures? Like, what do you need? We did go back to the pop-ups. We still had our physical space, but we would also do the pop-ups on top of that. We would just go everywhere, listen, we were everywhere. What is that movie? Everywhere, always, all at once. I don't even remember what it's called.
Everywhere, all at once.
Yes, that was us. We were everywhere doing everything all at once. And it was tiring. And on top of that, we had a baby. But it was definitely worth it because we had to get out of our own space. In order for things to succeed, sometimes you have to step out of your own doors and talk to people. If you want to do business with people, you got to get to know them. And they have to get to know you. And through... I don't even know. And after that, it was just everything oh my gosh, everything just blew up instantly. The streetcar, working with the streetcar, securing contracts with Art in the Loop, being a part of the Arts KC community and the KCAC community, and being able to implement ourselves in certain schools in the area to provide our knowledge for career readiness and school development for the youth.
Yeah, I'll ask you this though.
Yeah.
Was it the messaging that you figured out wasn't working, or what did you figure out that wasn't working that you had to like pivot from that made it fit?
The problem we were solving?
Yeah.
We didn't have a clear connection to our audience with the problem we were solving. We were saying, we have the space, it's cool, come check it out. I'm like, no, that doesn't really solve. They don't understand that this is a problem. They have a problem and we're providing a solution.
Yes.
So we had to change our language and we had to sit down and get on camera. We said, okay, we literally sat and we would say, hey guys, this is Taylor and James here from the AI Hub. We have this opportunity for a photography workshop. Come in, blah, 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 blah. You can do this for free. And that was the part that got into us into trouble. We did so much stuff for free when we first started. I do not recommend that. Because when we start saying, slapping on that price, they're like, ooh, I ain't got $5. I'm sorry, I gotta go. So that was a real a barrier we had to get over too.
Yeah.
But we had to understand that our language, even though it's clear to us, it's not clear to everybody else.
True.
And that's
True.
okay. So we had to pivot our language. We had to pivot how we're interacting with people, showing up to even local art supply stores and talking, be like, hey, you're here. What do you do? Tell me about yourself. And I'm going to invite you back to my place for a free tour and a free day pass. So you can experience what it's like to be at the AI Hub.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I know that when it comes to a business, like, especially in the Midwest, you almost have to convince, if it's a new idea, to buy into it.
Exactly.
And the fact you're able to pivot, knowing that it's the problem that you're solving, you want to be able to communicate it better to the people you're trying to reach.
Oh my goodness. And let me explain this too. Yes. The hardest part, another pivot we had to do was our target audience. So the people that we want to help is not always the people who are willing to spend money. Sometimes they don't have it. And we had to realize that, okay, so who is the people that we're targeting that is willing to spend money to be in connection with those people who don't have the money? Because everyone's trying to connect. We all realize what we need and what we don't need.
Yeah.
And that was super, super important. When we first came in, people were like, who are these young Black couple trying to be here? And it was difficult. It was difficult. Yeah, trying to break into the market.
Yeah. Let me ask you this though. Being a woman who has, co-founder of a business, there have been some challenges you faced being in some rooms that had nothing to do with your intelligence or your work ethic?
I don't think it's my intelligence. I don't think it's my work ethic. I think it's the fact that I'm a woman of color, period. So people would literally come into our space and I would introduce myself. Hi, I'm the founder. I'm the co-founder. This is James, the other co-founder. And they're like, oh, no, you guys just work here, right? I said, I just told you I was the co-founder. No, I don't work here. This is my business. And it was hard. I try not to take it personal, but it was really, and it still is sometimes, very hard for people to understand. How can you have all these amazing tools and resources in this amazing location and you own this? It's hard. And not to knock anybody, but even in the space that we're in, we're some of the only African-American people in the area. And what we had to do, not because anybody prompted us to do, but we had to operate smart. We went and we knocked on every single door in our business, in the building, and we introduced ourselves, even the next door neighbors. So if you see me coming here late at night, don't call the cops on me. Don't do that. Know that I'm supposed to be here. I'm here for a reason. This is my business. And we still get crazy looks today. We still do. And that's okay. And that's something that is just, you have to swallow it and say, okay, it's a part of business. It's a part of life, period. It's not a part of business. It's a part of life. And it's unfortunate that we still have those scenarios every single day.
That's sad.
Yeah. Every day.
Dang.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to respond to that, because the fact that someone walked into your business, and actually if you're working your own business, is like, I would.
Crazy. I am an employee in my own business,
but you own it.
I own it. Yeah. So it's I get taken back every time. Like, you just, I'm like, James be like, Taylor, take a deep breath. I'm like, you're right.
Yeah.
Let me not take it personal. Let me just educate this person.
Yeah.
And maybe they just genuinely just being curious. You know what I mean? Let me educate you before I go crazy and say something I shouldn't say. Yeah.
I think I'll ask you this. In that same scenario, comparing this market to the Atlanta market, right? Was there, is that why you moved back or what's?
Oh my goodness. I'm not trying to offend nobody. Listen, y'all put me in a tough predicament. Okay. So I'm originally from Virginia, Northern Virginia. I went to high school out there. Okay. So I'm used to a certain type of environment. And Atlanta fit that environment. You know, it was more fast paced for me. You know, I can grind it out. I can meet new people. I have amazing opportunities. I loved the fact that we were always surrounded by Black businesses. It was so normal to us. The coffee shop, the bakery, the Jamaican patty place, like even a building like this, like even the space that we're in, all the podcasts, all the shows, all the networks, they were Black owned. So coming out here was a bit of it wasn't a complete shock to me. But I was a little taken back because I remember when I used to visit Kansas and Missouri as a child, I would see people of color all the time, whether you're Latina, you're African American, you're Asian. I used to see more of those people all the time, but it seemed like a lot of those businesses had shut down and they're gone. So when we moved back here, I'm like, dang, where did all the color go? And it took some time to meet the people we needed to meet and get out of our space and realize that there is so much diversity in race and talent and everything in this space. So it took some time for us to find people in general that connect with us mentally. But that was a big shock for me. Even down to the way that people function. Like I'm used to, hey, you give me a project, let's get it done. Boom, 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 boom. When I come out here, it's kind of like, slow down. Like, take your time. I'm not in a huge rush. I'll get the project done 3 months from now. I'm like, oh, you can't get it done this month? Like, it was hard for me to understand. And it was to a point where I told James, I'm like, these people don't want money. Like, I'm trying to throw money at them. And they say no. Like, it'd be $1,000 project. Well, I keep going back $1,000. I keep going, that's my $1,000 minimum right there. I could be trying to throw money at you and you don't show up for the project. And it blew my mind. Like even down, not only with business, but people, but stuff I need to fix at home. Like I need you to fix my mother's deck. You'd only finish half the project and disappear. Like, dude, like that could have been even more money that I would have given you if you just finished the project. So it's just, it was so interesting to me. And I don't know if it was like ethics or I don't know what it is, but we're meeting a lot of people that, once again, you know, just various entry points and ways that they can improve in order to get to the next level. So it's not that people out here aren't good. They're like crazy talented and phenomenal. But it was realizing that I have to operate different from how I did in Virginia and Atlanta. Like these people, everyone here is a mesclun of people coming from all these different areas, which is normal. That happens in every state. But really understanding this is a whole different market. This is a whole different speed. It's a whole different demographic. And
from your perspective, though, do you think? Because I know, like I said, KC is an untapped market. From your perspective, do you think that's one of the reasons why it's still not getting to where it's supposed to get, or what do you think? I mean, there's other reasons.
Y'all put me in a tough situation.
There's other reasons though, but do you think on some aspect, some level? Because I have noticed that in different dealings with different people, where I'm like, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand, why are you not pulling through? Because I see the potential. There's a lot of potential.
A lot of potential.
But the actual grind and the completion is where the problem is. Like, why don't you see it?
I think it's because everybody is waiting on somebody else to do something. And like you said, this is an untapped market. We have, and I said this before to somebody, I don't know what platform I was on, but I don't want this to become the state only known for football or only known for barbecue. Like, there is so much more here.
Yep.
And everyone is operating in a space of, like, when's it gonna happen? Like, is this,
when
like,
is it?
what, like, no.
You're it.
You're it. You're it. You're literally it. I'm looking at you. You're here. You're it.
You're it.
Dude, your moment is now.
Mm-hmm.
Don't wait on that opportunity. Make the opportunity for you.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe you're making opportunities for other people in the process.
Yep.
But it's just like, this feels like we're in an aura of hesitation.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, no, this is like, we have to capitalize right now before somebody else comes in here, whoops up the whole market, and we're like, dang, I could have been on that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, create the market, create the environment, create the experience that you want to have for you. And then so you just have to start, and so many doors will open from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I would love to, like, I have some questions, but as we're coming towards the end of the show, I'm gonna put you on another spot.
Okay.
I usually do this for most of my guests, which is I'll give you 30 seconds. Give me your elevator pitch for maybe an investor out there or someone who's interested in AI Hub. What are you saying to them?
Wow. That's difficult. It's not difficult because I know about the AI Hub, but it's difficult because James and I have realized that this experience is bigger than us. We are trying to navigate into being more active in supporting our community. From clothes drives and embroidering them so that you can get your clothes free, washed for free at a local wash-it or coin laundry. And that's what I'm focusing on in my head. I'm like, oh, you should talk about that. But let me wait on that. Okay. So hi, my name is Taylor Burris, and I am the co-founder of the AI Hub, an art incubator that houses lounge space, experience, resources, and paid opportunities for artists and creatives. And in doing so, you are the perfect opportunity. Let me get a little closer to my investor. This is the moment here in Kansas and Missouri, where not only your dollars can make a true impact, but you as an individual with intelligence can make an impact for somebody else. When you come aboard and you are part of the AI Hub team and the AI Hub community, you are open up to a plethora of ideas, creativity, and experiences that you never thought you would have. Whether that's from a festival to a work party to producing your own song. We had someone come in and she's like, I don't know my music. She's producing her own beats. Faithfully, every single week comes in and makes her own beats. She's never done it before. And I said, you know how good this is? So you're having the opportunity as a person to tap into yourself. Forget about everybody else right now. Tap into yourself. Walk into the doors of the AI Hub and feel the energy of creativity, because that's what everyone feels, and they walk like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Be inspired, be a part of a new community, and experience something new for yourself. And that's really what it is. It's a new experience.
We have to like do a sound effect somewhere. let me ask you this. I think this will probably be the second to the last question.
Okay.
Is what is one piece of advice that you've gotten, either for leadership or for personal, that has taken you like all through that you always remember and go back to, or something you heard somewhere that you just picked up like, man, this was for me?
I'm gonna give you two.
give me two, please.
The first one, as a person in general, take care of you. If you are not here, your business will not be here. If you are burnt out, who's gonna operate your business? So the biggest thing was take care of you. And I was like, dang.
Wow.
Ooh, okay, you're right. And even as a mother, like, if I am not here, who's gonna take care of my daughter? Yeah, she has her dad and her friend, but I need to be here for her. So I can't be running around crazy. I can't be sleep deprived. I can't, ignore the signs of when your body is telling you to stop, you need to stop. You need to stop. The second piece of advice was by Dan from Porterhouse Casey.
I gotta connect with Dan. Dan is the man.
You know what Dan told me? He said, I can't curse on camera, but he said,
you can curse if you need to.
Right? He said, don't F it up.
Ooh.
I was like, ooh, pressure. Dang. But I had to sit with that. And every single time that I feel like, oh my gosh, like, why am I doing this? I go back to that statement that Dan said. And he said, do not F it up. Your moment is right now. You are in a prime spot with prime opportunities with people who are coming to you for whatever they need. Don't F it up.
Yeah.
Don't.
Wow.
I was like, dang.
That's powerful. I'm taking that with me.
Yeah.
Don't F it up.
Don't F it up.
I wake up at 2 a.m. Don't F it up.
Don't F it up.
Don't F it up. I'm walking in the street. Don't F it up.
Yeah. So that one email that's been sitting in y'all's emails for like 3 months, you please respond. Because that could be your opportunity to whatever is coming for you.
I need to make a shirt. Don't F it up.
Don't F it up. Oh, no, don't. I'm going to take it.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, no, you make it because yours fired up. So don't F it up. You get it? You can do the F of the U. Don't F it up. I'm so serious. You please do that. Please.
That is so good. That is good.
Yeah.
That is good. But anyways, Taylor, thank you so much for coming. This has been an amazing show, man.
Thank you.
Your energy, your class, your intelligence is just
keep complimenting.
It's phenomenal.
Come on. Keep complimenting.
It's phenomenal. Like you are like I don't know how to like when I look at you, like you talk, like I see like one of the top leaders, like top founders.
Thank you.
Because you present yourself very, very articulate. So
even with my slit. Got a slit here. I'm like, oh, my mama would go crazy with this slit.
But anyways, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for all you do. But I want to ask you this.
Yes.
How can people contact you, the AI Hub, and where can they find you at? Go.
Okay, I ain't gonna give y'all my personal page. Actually, matter of fact, I should. So I need to work on that. Okay, so you can find us online at www.theaihubkc.org.
Okay.
Follow us on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram at THEAI Hub KC.
Okay.
And if you want to email us, because you're not gonna call me, y'all keep calling me. It's support@artincubatorkc.org.
Okay.
If you have any needs, call your mama first, okay?
Cool.
But then if she don't help, then you can come to us, okay? But we are here for the community, and we have to see everybody succeed. No, okay. Cut that out. But we are here for our community. I'm gonna put it on my website. Yeah. Call your mama first. Call your mama first. Go ahead. And then call me, okay? Yeah. Okay, talk it out. But we James and I we love this community. Yes. We didn't even think we would, and that's okay. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah. But we love this community. Yeah. The time is now. Use us as much as you can. Yeah. While we are here, because I don't know if we're gonna be here forever. But use us as much as you can. Whatever idea, whatever project, whatever business. That is what we are here for, and we will help you bring it to the next level. Yeah. So I'm so honored to be on. Yeah. Thank you so much for all you do. I'm happy and excited you guys are here in KC and have created a whole market for yourself. Yeah. And I am more even excited you guys are doing so successful. Yeah. Have all these projects you're working on, have all these connections. It gives me joy to see my people win. Yeah. Because when you win, I win. Yeah. And the next generation wins as well. Because there's a chain reaction, right? Yeah. Anyways, before I close the show, I want to say something. I think it was, I think it was like one of those football announcers, like with, Shannon Sharp and all those people. I think it was with Shaq, or it was whatever. Shannon Sharp? Yeah, it wasn't Shannon Sharp. No, it was on the Shaq. There's 4 of them that was doing the Shaq thing, like after every game. Okay. And he was at the end of the game, he was like, call me if you don't need anything. Like, call me when you don't need anything. And I'm like, I'm a such people. Call me if you don't need anything. If you don't need anything. You know what? Check on me. Ask me how I'm doing. You know what I mean? I get it. But you know what's so hard, though? When I see Shaq on there, I be like, bro, can you please give him a bigger chair? Like, that's the only thing I can focus on. Just give him a bigger chair, please. He is too big. Please. I get that. It's a big man right there. It's a big man. Anyways, Tia, thank you for coming on the show. Thank you. And as for who are watching from home, you know what to do. It's your host, Zeke Wanganga. And hey, subscribe, share. Go to the AI Hub, check up the link, go and see what they got going on. If you're an artist, go to AI Hub. If you're an investor, go check them out. Drop those, those dollars. We need the dollars. You know what I mean? Share, let your friends know we're here in KC. And as always say, stay fired up, don't give up, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye for now. Don't F it up. To see how our city's entrepreneurs do what they do, tune in to City Entrepreneur on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Episodes drop every Thursday.